Hello students. Now today we will study the new lesson, lesson 4, working with queries. So today is our first class after the first periodical test exam. So in the last lesson 3 we have studied about the Microsoft Access, that how to create a table in the Microsoft Access. Now in this lesson we will learn how to generate queries on the created table, already existing table of a database. So uh, that now in this chapter what we are going to learn, that what is query, and setting a relationship between the tables, and how we establish the relationship between uh, more than one tables, between two tables or three tables, and how we create a query, and the fourth is specifying simple and multiple criteria, that how we put the one condition and more than one conditions in a table. And the fifth one is the forms, how we create forms, and sixth one is the reports, how we create report on the basis of the values of the table. Now the database of any organization may contain huge amount of data. So this organization means maybe any industrial organization, maybe any university, or maybe any government. So whatever the organization may be, every organization's database contain a huge amount of data, and that data may be in the size of, you can say, petabyte or zettabyte. So, like we know that 1 terabyte, so 1024 terabyte is equals to 1 petabyte, and 1024 petabyte is equals to, we say, 1 zettabyte. So, like these are the size. So, as you know that the memory size of one hard disk is 1 terabyte minimum. Nowadays we are getting, but we can get the hard disk of size 5 TB also. But 1004 terabyte makes 1 petabyte. So that space means, if you compare 1024 hard disk equivalent to 1 petabyte. So that much space, that much size of the space is required in the database to contain a huge amount of data for a particular nation. Now you can imagine the database of the Facebook, database of the WhatsApp, database of the Instagram. So their database are not in the size of terabytes. Their databases are uh, of the sizes of the petabytes or gigabytes. Okay. So moreover, it may consist of multiple tables. So a database contains multiple tables. Yes, not only a particular one table, that more than one table. That is a multiple tables. So when the number of records in a table increases, yes, and each table is a combination of records. A table contains so many records. So the number of records in a table increases, it becomes an uphill task for any user to extract the specific records from that table. Now suppose there are 1 lakh records in a table, means 1 lakh rows are there. So to extract the information from the 1 lakh rows, so you have to search the 1 lakh rows, then only you will be able to get the information. So Microsoft Access provides us a solution for this problem through queries. So who will search? So this searching operation will be done by the queries. So the query operation search the data according to the given condition, uh, and it generate a table for you which contains the minimum number of the rows, minimum number of the records which are satisfying the given condition. So you can suppose there is a database of a university, and in the university there is studying suppose 10,000 students, and you want the information of all those students who are the gold medalist of this year in every field. So there are suppose 15 department in the university. So from each department there are uh, suppose one gold medalist. So 15 gold medalists are there. So you want the information of only 15 records. You want only 15 records, but there are 10,000 records. So out of 10,000 records, query will search all the records who have got the gold medal, and only their information is collected and created a table, and that table will contain, that table is called query table, and that table will contain only the information of 15 students who have got the gold medal. Okay, that is called the query table. So query is a database object, that is, it is also a table that helps us to retrieve and view information from one or more database tables. Yes, queries can also be created on more than two tables, more than two databases that meet a specific conditions or criteria. The information received on the basis of a specified criteria in the query is stored in a separate table called a query table. Yes. So all the information which is accessed on the basis of the given criteria, means which records specify the given condition. So that all uh, records which satisfy the condition is compiled into a single table, that is called a query table. Next, we see what is a query. In general, a query is like a simple question, means that one asks to find a specific information from the database. Yes, query means to ask something. Suppose one can ask me that what is your city? So if you want to know about my city information, so at least you are knowing me, then you are asking me. Similarly, if I want the information of a particular record, so at least one field values I am knowing. That is my ID you are knowing. So similarly, uh, in every table there is one table, there is a one field which is called the primary field or primary key. That is the ID of the each record. So primary field or primary ID through which the each record of the table can be uniquely identified. Like for a students, the roll number are their unique. For the students, the ID can be a roll number, and that roll number is unique for each student. No two students can have the same roll number. Similarly, no two records in a table can have the same ID. That is the primary key. Similarly, in Access, when you build a query, you define a specific search conditions. You can use the queries to view, change, summarize, and analyze the specific data in different ways. In our daily life, we make several types of queries to get the specific information. Like for students scoring above 85% mark, which students live in sector 4, Chandigarh. Like this are the our queries. So we can ask in our class which students score above 85% marks in the last year, in the last exam. So what the answer? So this question is called the query, and the result of what we got, that is the query table. So someone will give the information that that person has got this marks. So that person's name is given by some person. Some student have given the answer that he has got or that I has got. So his name, who is presenting that person, is a query table. Similarly, we can make quick decisions depending on the defined criteria. Let us understand the concept of queries with the help of the following example. Suppose in the student table as shown in the figure here, 4.1 have a records of class 8 as well as class 9 students. Suppose you want to extract the records of students class 8 and class 9 who reside in Panchkula. So we generated a queries made on tables, and the results are displayed in the form of table in the group of rows and columns with the set of records that match the given condition. You can see here roll numbers given, father's name, class given, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, and electricity. But here if we generate a query on this table, so I want the records of class 8 and 9 who lives in Panchkula, and the address is also given. Sector. So who reside in Panchkula? So only that information we need. Okay. Now see here, the city values with the Panchkula. Here, what it you can see, two students of class 8 living in Panchkula. Only two students. Above, and the two students of class 9 living in Chandigarh. Okay, like this. So Microsoft Access provides the various type. Here you can also see who lives in the sector 4, Chandigarh. So address sector 4, and the city equals to Chandigarh. So address sector 4, no one is there. So I suppose here if there is any other records are also which contain sector 4 and So that will be added in the query table. Okay. So Microsoft Access provides various types of queries: select query, parameter, cross-tab, action, and SQL, structured query language. Okay. So these different types of query can be generated on a table, on an Access table. Okay. So setting a relationship between table. So setting a relationship between table. So this we will study in the next class, that how we establish a link between two tables or more than two tables. Okay. So this is all for today, students. In the next class, we will study about the establishing a relationship between the tables. Thank you for your attention.